In today's episode, we will examine how a retailer transformed into a design powerhouse, thanks to the work of a trend manager who convinced the giant organization to find the feeling in the power of good design. In 1992, the retailer Target was only a fraction of the size of its competitors Walmart and Kmart. But over the next 15 years, it grew to become a $63 billion giant, thanks in part to its emphasis on design. The new era began with the Michael Graves tea kettle and expanded to Todd Oldham bedding, the Mossimo clothing line, and countless other products designed to be both fashionable and inexpensive. What happened in the middle was the change, and it happened because of people like Robin Waters, who started at Target as the ready-to-wear trend manager. At the time she joined, the merchants at Target, that is, those who select which merchandise shows up in stores, were copycats. So Waters slowly built up believers in her trend-right vision, starting with the merchant responsible for turtlenecks, who was tired of the same reindeer and snowflake patterns used by most retailers. Waters urged her to hire a designer to create some fresh patterns. Sales improved dramatically, and Waters now had a success story. Target's culture was numbers-driven, so these early success stories were critical. The color trend at the time was neutral. And then suddenly, on the runways of Paris and London, colors went bold. To get the merchants excited about color, Waters went to the candy store at FAO Schwarz, bought huge bags of brightly colored M&Ms, and displayed them at internal meetings. She brought in samples of Apple's recently released iMacs in lime, strawberry, grape, and tangerine. This is how organizational change happens. When change works, it is because leaders are speaking to the elephant as well as the rider. Many of us would have made a business case for the power of design, presenting charts and quotes that would even probably get people to agree. But would we change people's behavior this way? Research says no. Most people think that change happens in this order: analyze, think, change. For small changes like reducing costs by 6%, this may serve you well. But the big changes don't work like that. Big changes often involve a lot of uncertainty, making the elephant reluctant to move, and analytical arguments don't overcome this. So big successful changes happen in a different sequence. See, feel, change. You're shown something that makes you feel something. Either disturbed by a problem, hopeful from a glimpse of a possible solution, or woken up by having your current habit reflected back at you. It hits you at an emotional level. It speaks to the elephant.